Hey folks, my name is Gary Gilbert, and I'm here to talk to you about Synthesis Social. It'll be a short video, and essentially I'm just going to explain the basics tonight on this video. Tell you a little bit about what Synthesis Social is and what Synthesis Canada represents, and what Synthesis Social is not, it doesn't represent. The latest craze in society, it seems, through especially social media, is what is acceptable and what is not acceptable to be discussed. Synthesis Social and Synthesis Canada specific is a Canadian-based, Canadian-only multi-social networking platform. So essentially, we've taken all the elements of your traditional social networking, mixed it in with media hosting and video hosting. We've blended in some live streaming capabilities, some podcasting, so audio specific broadcasting capabilities, with a whole whack of other features. We got pin boards, think Pinterest, but a little bit unique. We've got groups and pages and all these other things that you're already used to, and blended it into one location for Canadians by Canadians. This allows us to really focus on Canadian issues or things that matter to Canada and Canadians as a whole. It is not a political specific, religious specific, class specific kind of concept. If you're Canadian, this is for you. This allows you to engage with others by your direction. So you can choose to interact or choose not to interact with the people that you come across from within your country that are on the site. The outcome of those interactions will give you an opportunity to grow as a person, as an individual, to expose others to information that you're trying to potentially share or, discuss with others. If you're a content creator, so that means that you're somebody that opinionates on very specific topics or whatnot, you'll be able to reach an audience that actually has, for lack of a better term, a dog in the fight. They're Canadian. It's about Canadian issues, so they can relate to that, as opposed to, say, somebody that's not from Canada that may not understand the issues or that may not have anything at stake in regards to that topic. What it is not. Synthesis Canada is not about the individual as much as the whole. So this is a very pro-Canadian site, and it's to promote Canadian ideas, Canadian discussions, Canadian values. Canada being a very diverse and large country with a whole whack of ethnical backgrounds. So we have, the Asian community, the Islamic community, the Christian community, the Catholic community. We have the Jewish community. We have the Buddhist community. We have Chinese. We have African. We have European. We have Irish. We have American. We have Canadian, first, second, third generation, whatever. We've got Russian and Polish and Ukrainian. We have a little bit of everything on the planet here in Canada. This allows direct exposure from a very intimate platform to share your experiences or your views or your thoughts on Canada from your perspective. This does not mean that you will have some kind of a protection from that speech. If you engage civilly, politely, with proper discourse, you'll probably, more often than not, receive the same in return. If you engage in antagonistic behavior, chances are you will most likely receive that same kind of direction in return. The only thing that when it comes to censorship, that we really focus on is criminality. So if it's against the law to sell a certain product or service, and you engage in actively trying to promote that, or directly involve yourself in that and do so on the site, and we catch that, and we probably will, but if that's the case, we will deal with that and report to the proper agencies involved, and kind of go from there. So outside of criminality, there's nothing really that would be censored. You will never be censored for having your opinion. However, something like making threats against a person because you don't like what they have to say, oh, blah, 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 you're an asshole, I'm going to kill you. Well, that's criminal, and you will be dealt with and removed. There will be zero tolerance for criminality, period, which includes violence. If you engage somebody that has a difference of opinion and you choose to pick a fight with them or pick a discussion with them, continue to engage with them, that's a choice. And we are very much pro-choice. So you have the right to choose to engage. You also have the right to choose to disengage. So that means that if you encounter somebody with a message or a opinion that you don't like, you need to use your critical thinking to actually decide whether it's worth engaging with that person. Because if you do, you may not like their response, but it is their right to respond based off of what you've stated. So if you don't like the reply, don't engage with the person. It's kind of simple. Outside of that, in the coming days, we will have more information put out specifically to tell you a little bit more, talk about the features. We'll have a little bit of feedback from some other people. But all you really need to know right now is that we have created a platform independent of all other social media that replicates all those same functions and features of the other social medias into one spot that's purely Canadian, for Canadians, for your pleasure. And we will be going on the timeline of this. Right now, we're just still polishing stuff. December 1st, 2018, we are going to do our beta release. That will include 50 selected members to come and join and actively participate as consumer membership. And then we will have 5 content creators specific that we're going to highlight and allow them to use some of the content creator based functions and, kind of do that. Come January 1st, 2019, that's our official, for New Year's Day, our projected goal for official public launch. So for a lot of people that are asking, that have mentioned it in the past, how do we join? How do we get there? You will have to wait till January 1st, and then the floodgates will be open and you'll be able to come in. Outside of that, just stay tuned, and we will put up more information as we get the time, because as you can imagine, it's keeping us very busy getting this done. And thanks for watching, and we will see you on Synthesis Social. Bye for now.